Hello everybody and good evening. We are coming to you live from Domen Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, China, as we bring you the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League Rise to Greatness, and it's a battle of the winless teams here in our 9th season. You've got the home team Wolf Warriors going up against the visiting Westports Malaysia Dragons of Malaysia. You are with Martin Javier, working alongside Noah Zarate as we scan here our team standings.
Well, you know, these are two teams that are still looking for their first win, and the temperature here in Zhuhai has suddenly become very cold. Let's see which team will stay cold at the end of this matchup.
That's right, but before we proceed to our pregame discussion here, let's now go to our team introductions at our venue. Oh, let's go there later, and let's talk about first the previous game for the Wolf Warriors. Closest game they've played all season long in the last 5 games. Only a 7-point loss against Hong Kong Eastern in their home floor.
And they were led by this guy, you know, Kai Chen, shot 28 points on the home floor of Hong Kong Eastern. You know, I talked to Matt Skillman about this kid. He actually is a catch-and-shoot guy more than anything else. 6 3-pointers in that game. Here's one of those catch-and-shoot threes that he let loose against Hong Kong Eastern. They almost had this one, but the experience of Marcus Elliott and the rest of Hong Kong Eastern, the former champions, coming to the forefront in the end game.
And he had numerous free-pointers over Sam Deguara in that game. This was one of them. These had 3-pointers shooting over Big Sam. That was one of the biggest advantages Kai Chen had over Sam Deguara in that game. And another local player that also stepped up, 13 points from Jening Leung, including free-pointers as well for the Wolf Warriors.
Jening Leung actually had to play a lot of defense against that guy. He just scored against Marcus Elliott in that game. You know, Jening Leung has been one of the most consistent locals besides Kai Chen here for the Wolf Warriors. I mean, he just continues to just relentlessly attack and finds himself open for those 3-point shots. He's got to be a big factor if the Wolf Warriors want to get win number 1 right here in front of their loyal fans in Zhuhai.
That's one of the corner threes he had, and Jening Leung also a vital cog in their defensive effort, especially against Hong Kong Eastern. They forced a lot of turnovers on Hong Kong Eastern that led to a lot of turnover points on their side. Now, let's go to our team introduction. Oh, but before that, let's go first to the previous game of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. It wasn't the ideal start for them to begin season number 9. It was the most lopsided game rather, in ABL history. 101-47, a 54-point loss for Westports against Singapore.
Well, you know, there's nowhere else but up, and Chris Eversley actually provided some pretty good numbers in that game. He started his career here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons and hopes to pass on the torch to the next generation. 17.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Another day in the office here for Chris Eversley. However, only he and Nana Egwu provided to be the guys scoring in double figures in that game. It's just a transition phase, as you may, for the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
That is Chris Eversley on your screens in his 3rd stint with the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Last year he appeared in 8 games, averaged about 28 points. And we're going to talk about here the player matchup at the middle. You got Eddie Curry, the NBA veteran, going up against the Nigerian Nana Egwu.
Now, Nana Egwu, of course, 12 points and 7 rebounds. He was the second guy in double figures in that one. Eddie Curry's actually nursing a hamstring pull, and we've known this for quite a while. He's had a long time to rest it. Right. Let's see if that'll be a factor here. Only 8 points and 5 rebounds against Hong Kong Eastern.
That's right. He only played under 20 minutes against Hong Kong Eastern. A couple of games back, he only played 24 minutes. So we're very curious to see if he's going to play more up against Westports Malaysia Dragons, especially now they're looking for their first victory of the season. And now let's proceed to our team introduction.
And now, first off, let's meet the visiting Westports Malaysia Dragons. Number 6, Benjamin Sin. Number 13, Xin Zhenghua. Number 17, Ang Tek Hua. Number 23, Chang Tek Pai. Number 25, Pan Wei-Wong. And now the starters for Westports Malaysia Dragons. At point guard, number 1, Winston Shepherd. Shooting guard, number 10, Wong Song-han. That's the forward, number 20, Wong Si-fai. Number center, number 32, Nana Edward. And power forward, number 33, Chris Eversley. Head coach for the Westports Malaysia Dragons is Jamie Perlman. He is assisted by Adrian Wong and Isran Edike.
喺介紹我哋主隊澳門戰狼之前，我哋俾啲掌聲，歡呼聲。
And now let's welcome your Warriors! Number 1, ASEAN. Number 3, Wu Liu.
3號吳優，
Number 4, Shane Yuen.
4號鄭亞，
Number 8, Zhao Rongzi.
5號考明嘉，
Number 10, Shui Junzi.
10號崔俊澤，
Number 12, Chase Sin-tai.
12號謝高俊，
Number 33, Lee Jun.
13號李俊。
And now here are the starting lineup of your Wolf Warriors. At shooting guard number 2, Chris Shantu.
2號3號一飛，
Playing point guard number 7, Aaron Tisby.
3號 Eric Tisby，
And small forward number 9, Mike Bell.
9號5飛。
At power forward number 23, Mike Chen.
23號開山，
And at center number 34, Eddie Curry.
34號 Eddie Curry，
The head coach for the Wolf Warriors is Matt Stillman. His assistant is Ken Long.
主教練 Matt Stillman，助理教練陳朗。
The officials for this ball game are Glenn Cornelia from the Philippines, Prita Poncita from Thailand, and Yao Chen Wei from Singapore. Team commissioner is Wong Chun Min from Malaysia. Both teams now
And we go back here to our venue, Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. A matchup between the Wolf Warriors and the Westports Malaysia Dragons of Malaysia. And one of these teams will not be winless anymore after this game. And you guys still have Martin Javier and Noel Zarate. Now, how important is this game here for both teams, Noel? Wolf Warriors, obviously the improvement has been there, but it's a different feeling when you get your first win.
And it's also a different lineup that we're looking at here. The only familiar names for the Westports Malaysia Dragons would be Chris Eversley and Lo Shi-fai.
Yeah.
Actually, none of them actually were part of that championship team 3 seasons ago. So this is a team right now in transition. This is only the second game of the season for them. Whereas for the Wolf Warriors, this is already game number 6, and they are 0-5. And I was talking to Coach Matt Skillman. They still have 21 more games to improve on this record, and they have a good feeling that today might be their day in front of this pretty good crowd here at Zhuhai.
They're very optimistic. We got a good Friday crowd here inside Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. Once again, 0-5 Wolf Warriors against the Westports Malaysia Dragons. We also have a very interesting matchup in the coaches department. Coach Matt Skillman and Coach Jamie Perlman, who are both rookie coaches for their respective squads.
Well, rookie coaches probably in this league, but probably some of the more experienced coaches that we have in the league. You know, Matt Skillman has been around. He was the head coach of the Qatar national team. Actually also coached one of the best club teams in Qatar, Al Rayyan, and he has moved around this region, also had some stints in Vietnam, while Jamie Perlman, of course, was the head coach of the New Zealand team over at one of the New Zealand teams over at their league, and was an assistant coach in the Australian National Basketball League. So he's been around as well. Rookies probably in this league, but not in terms of basketball know-how.
And they're used to fixing a basketball situation by a team. Coach Jamie Perlman actually came from a stint in the New Zealand National Basketball League, in which he was able to turn around a season of one particular team from 4-14 in the previous season to 14-4 to the next. And Coach Matt Skillman, as you mentioned, he has improved a lot of programs in different countries, and that's been part of his coaching resume.
Well, you know, you're looking right now at Jamie Perlman, who will be the coach of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. I asked him, are there going to be more changes? He said, no, this is pretty much my team. This is going to be the team that he's going to be working with for the rest of the season. I don't know if it's going to be the same about imports, because after just one game, they already had an import change by bringing in Winston Shepard, as you mentioned, coming off a brief stint in Israel. And I was surprised when our stadium announcer, Christopher Juliano, actually announced him as the team's point guard. This guy must be about 6'5".
That's right. No, he's 6'8".
He's 6'8",
He's legit 6'8", and he's going to be the point forward here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. And well, they had a very tough situation to begin the season, because initially they thought they would have Sandayara Gaines, former NBA player Sandayara Gaines, playing in their lineup to begin the season, but he went down with that meniscus injury that allowed them to replace him. They had Sean Bruce on a one-game deal, the point guard from Australia, play in that game against Singapore. He actually flew in that morning to play against the Slingers. So very tough, rough start to the season, but it's been a while since that game, and I'm sure they've prepared a lot for this one, their second game on the road against the Wolf Warriors. Well,
you know, going back to Sandayara Gaines, it's very unfortunate that he actually has to go down with it. He actually had surgery already, so he'll be lost for the rest of the season. But let's see what Winston Shepard brings to the table. He's the big enigma right now.
All right. The battle begins here in Zhuhai, China, Doman Gymnasium. Wolf Warriors versus the Westports Malaysia Dragons. And Westports will have first crack at the basket. That's the first shot, missed by Winston Shepard. That's his first attempt in his ABL career. We go to the other way here. Wolf Warriors, again, 0-5. They want to start well here against the visiting squad. Well, I believe has the element of surprise with the arrival of Winston Shepard.
You're absolutely right. You know, Winston Shepard, of course, he's been around this realm as well. Going back here to the Wolf Warriors as the Dragons get the ball back. You know, I was talking to Coach Matt Skillman. He was making a point here about Eric Tisby. He wants him to create more shots for himself in this one and not force up any shots. He was not really active offensively against Hong Kong Eastern. He was defensively, which is a good thing, but they need his points as well to complement Eddie Curry and, of course, Mike Bell.
Eric Tisby only had 7 points and was 2 out of 9 from the field, but was very instrumental on the defensive end, getting a couple of big steals against Hong Kong Eastern. And now, less than a minute gone here in the first quarter. Westports will have the basketball, and this is Winston Shepard. 6 seconds to shoot. Shepard from straight away. Second attempt missed as well. So 0 out of 2 to begin here for Shepard.
And no one else has really touched the ball on offense in terms of the flow. So Shepard is probably trying to get his legs under him in the new league, that he's in, coming off Israel.
And here is the kick out. Chris Shentu, he will try. That is too strong. Nana Egwu with the rebound. And here comes the Westports Malaysia Dragons. They've got Lo Shifai here looking for Egwu down low. He gets it to him. Back to Lo Shifai. Eversley from the corner. That's too strong, and it will go out. Nope, it will be saved by Kai Chen.
Yeah, that's 3 open looks already here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. No success. And Nana Egwu becoming a bully there, blocking 5'8" Eric Tisby. However, the Wolf Warriors keep the basketball.
Early denial here for Nana Egwu, and a fresh 14 to work with for the Wolf Warriors. 8:13 to go here in the first. Eddie Curry down low. And that's going to be a foul on Nana Egwu, first on him as he tries to deny Eddie Curry.
Well, Eddie Curry's going to have to earn it from the free throw line. It's interesting also, I was looking at our officiating crew. This is a truly ASEAN officiating crew that we have right here. Of course, our lead referee is our referee, the crew chief, Len Cornelio from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And Prida Pongsida from Thailand is the first umpire. Second umpire is Leong Chun Wing of Singapore. And our commissioner is from Malaysia, Wong Chun Min.
Well represented
here
in this game. Those are our officials. And this is Eddie Curry again under 20 minutes, 19 plus minutes against Hong Kong Eastern, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Looking to produce a little bit more in this game.
Well, he did get them on the board first, 1-0. The crowd is just waiting to erupt.
Yeah. Wong gets it to Shepard here, who's got the smaller Eric Tisby on him.
It's a 1 foot height advantage for Shepard.
Eversley moves closer, Eversley to the basket. No good, bothered by the defense of Eddie Curry. We go the other way. Mike Bell back to Eric Tisby, who fires. That's too strong. So both teams starting out cold in this one.
Well, it is very cold outside. It's a gymnasium. The heating has been turned on here, but it still hasn't helped the players.
And again, Shepard missing on that shot. Oh, out of field to begin this game. Tisby gets to the open floor. He stops, waiting for his teammates here. Kai Chen will attack. Kai Chen, no! Almost went in for Kai Chen.
That's the guy you want to get involved early. Kai Chen coming off 28 points against Hong Kong.
Here's the cross-court pass. Lo Shifai to Egwu. Missing the dunk. And the steal here for the Wolf Warriors, forcing another turnover on the Malaysia Dragons.
The Westports Malaysia Dragons a little too excited to begin this game. And look at the relaxed stroke coming from Mike Bell.
Mike Bell stroking the three-pointer and the first field goal made from both teams. 4-0 now for the Wolf Warriors. Over 3 minutes gone in this one. Eversley catching the basketball there. They go to Shepard here, who's got, again, the smaller Tisby on him. He's got Eddie Curry now on the switch. Kicking it out. Lo Shifai sets his feet, too strong. And that's Tisby getting the rebound.
Well, the strength of Lo Shifai is actually that set shot 3. They left him open there. So Wolf Warriors still don't know who they're up against, but they're still up by 4.
Tisby, that screen against Eddie Curry, or from Eddie Curry rather. Looking for a teammate now. Kai Chen on the pull-up jumper. Chen, no good.
If you're Matt Skillman, you don't mind these shots from Kai Chen. He needs to warm up here. He needs to be a factor as he was against Hong Kong.
And Shepard attacking to the basket, getting it to go in, and the foul against Kai.
Now, I'm not so sure if point guard should actually be the designation here of Alan Shepard. He's shown no point guard skills, but he has shown a propensity to try to score the basketball as he did right there on that drive.
He is a natural forward, looking to slide into that point guard position. And when he played actually in New Zealand, Noel, let's talk about it later. We go to a timeout here first. 4-0 start for the Wolf Warriors. We go back to our coverage here. This is your ASEAN Basketball League season number 9. Make that a 4-2 start now for the Wolf Warriors, with Winston Shepard getting his first basket off the game on an N1 or the end one opportunity here. He will have a bonus free throw right after this timeout. You guys are joined by Martin Javier and Noel Zarate in this game. Both teams, again, Noel, probably adjusting to the weather here in China.
I know we are.
That's right, we are adjusting because it was such a sudden drop in temperature here in China.
Well, it's been warm in China since we've been here for about a little over a week already, and then suddenly the temperature goes down today. The heating has been on in the gym, I've been informed, but it really hasn't felt that way yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, going back to Winston Shepard, listed as the point guard of the team, this is actually a pretty tall lineup to begin the game for Malaysia. The problem is their bench will shrink the moment they come in.
And actually, Noel, in New Zealand, Shepard averaged about 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7.5 assists. So flirting with a triple-double when he was in New Zealand. And that's how they got the idea that he can actually facilitate and do the playmaking here for this team.
Well, it's one thing to actually do it in theory and one thing to actually do it in real life right here. As there's going to be a foul here on Egu. It's, you know, you want to speed the game up, but if you're going to have Winston Shepard, who's a facilitator in the half court, leading the way, it might be a little too difficult for that to happen. As and have some free throws coming up here for Mike Bell. Whereas for the Wolf Warriors, boy, this system is already ingrained in them. Almost got Hong Kong in their last game.
Right.
And they will have, actually, I believe, one more home game before we do the Christmas break, and that's coming on December 19th.
That's right. And a substitution here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. You got Chan coming in with Egu getting his second personal foul. And Westports going a bit small here without Egu on the floor. So Wong now will facilitate here, guarded by Kai Chan. Wong on the pull-up, getting it inside to Chan. Traveling violation. Right away, a turnover on Chan, who just entered the game.
I was watching Wong during the warm-ups. I mean, you got to have some kind of swag to be able to wear pink here to a basketball game. And unfortunately for them, that was a turnover.
Mike Bell driving, leaving it to Eddie Curry. Oh, hard fall.
Yeah, Curry really hit the deck hard.
Here's Wong, faking it, taking it closer, kicking it out. Shepard now handles the basketball. Going against Mike Bell, no good. He the rebound.
Like a cherry pick here with Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry, all alone, he gets it in.
Eddie Curry still a little shaken up after that fall, but you know, you can go cherry picking with a 7-footer any day.
That's Eddie Curry's third point of this game with a free throw earlier to begin this one. Eversley now against Leong. He's got Wong shooting the three. Wong drops it in.
It's a pretty nice throw there coming from Wong. And they will need a lot more of that to try and open up the inside for their offense.
Good toe-to-toe battle to begin this one. Both teams getting warmed up already. Mike Bell catching it, falling down. That's Chan falling down, saving it. Wong ahead to Eversley. Eversley attacking two defenders. That's going to be off Leung with a rebound.
We got a lot of bodies on the floor. Both teams giving a lot of effort here to begin this game. Oh, great positioning on defense that time by the Dragons.
And that's Jenning Leung called for the offensive foul. So ball will go the other way. How do you like the up-tempo action we're seeing here from both teams, Noel?
That should be in favor of the Wolf Warriors right now, being the team that has a legitimate point guard on the floor with Eric Tisby. But it looks like this is actually starting to favor Westports Malaysia Dragons just a little bit. So it's also going to be interesting because it looks like Shepard might be playing power forward after starting at point guard.
And you have Benjamin Sim, number 6 of Westports, checking in now. Eversley cutting middle, goes to Chan for the mid-range J. That's not going to work. Curry grabbing the rebound from Eversley. And Wolf Warriors, they go the other way here. They've got Eric Tisby on top. Wide open look for Mike Bell. Too strong. Jenning Leung could not tap it to his teammate. Wong gets it. Here's Wong. Attacks Leung. Wong double pump. Had to adjust. Cannot work. And it's an offensive rebound here for Westports. Eversley to Wong. Wong attacking Yan, and that's going to be a personal here on Yan Su.
Well, even at the half court, you know, Westports Malaysia Dragons is trying to exercise their strength in terms of speed. Not really calling many plays. There is no post threat right now, so they have to use a lot of screens if they want to get some shots off.
8-6, a fresh 14 to work with here. And you got Chan kicking it out. Benjamin Sim, who just entered the game. Series of moves against Yan. It's a difficult shot. Eric Tisby retrieving the basketball, and another foul called here against Westports.
That's going to be the third team foul now for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Still no free throws coming up for the Wolf Warriors. And again, with Eddie Curry there in the middle, the speed advantage will belong to the Westports Malaysia Dragons. But the moment he sits down later on, we're going to see an up-tempo game from the Wolf Warriors.
And they did that in a lot of stretches against Hong Kong Eastern. Mike Bell Yansu, who had 13 points in their previous game, that's a travel from him.
And that was a great call by referee Glenn Cornelio. Didn't know exactly what to do with the basketball that time. And they need to be a little bit more, focused in terms of their execution. Matt Skillman called an early timeout earlier to address just that. And the response still hasn't been there so far for the Wolf Warriors.
And approaching 3 minutes left here in the opening frame. Wong working against Chen Myung. Wong again handles it. Wong attacking the scoop, no hoop, rebound to Curry. Oh, but Shepard getting active, stripping the ball away from Curry. Shepard now working. He gets it to Chan. Chan attacking Curry. Might not be the best idea. Here's a steal from Yan. Yan pushing, 2-on-2 break. Taking it out to Tisby. Tisby, the open look. Bullseye off the glass.
That's going to be the one that's going to get everything back on track now for the Wolf Warriors. They struggled to find their form in the half-court set, and Eric Tisby got it for them.
And Coach Jamie Perlman will call for time here. They are down by 5.
Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
And we go back to the action here. This is your ASEAN Basketball League. Before we went to the timeout, Eric Tisby scoring on the three-pointer that might just get him going in this game. That's his first field goal made after 3 attempts. And check this, Noel. Westports has taken 5 more shots against the Wolf Warriors, but they haven't had, or they didn't really capitalize on the opportunities, only making 2 field goals as compared to 3 by Wolf Warriors.
Well, you know, they are getting the shots, except that you're in a place playing for the first time. I don't know how much time they had to acclimatize to this gym.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time they had to acclimatize to this climate also, coming from Kuala Lumpur. But they have, you know, stuck to the coattails so far of the Wolf Warriors, and they forced them over the limit.
And a second trip to the free throw line here for the newcomer, Winston Shepard, who misses the first free throw. And Shepard, again, just came in a week ago. Just got released from his club in Israel and joined the training of Westports a week ago for Coach Jamie Perlman. He drops in the second, only a 4-point lead here for the Wolf Warriors. Yansu, he's got the basketball against Eversley. Mike Bell catching it, getting it to Eddie Curry down low. Bothered there is Eddie Curry. Eversley on the pull-up. Oh, that rattled out.
Oh, they're getting close, though, the Westports Malaysia Dragons. All these open looks are going to pay off later on.
Look at Yan push. Getting the contact from Chan.
I don't know what Yan was thinking about. He had a wide open Mike Bell at the corner. Could have dropped it off. And that's going to be the second offensive foul called on the Wolf Warriors. Great positioning once again by the Dragons.
Yan, a turnover. That's going to be number 6 for the Wolf Warriors. 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Shepard working against Tisby. Getting the screen. Oh, Shepard escaping there.
That's a very shifty move right there by Winston Shepard. Getting that first step against the defense and going all the way for the layup.
And now, Westport scoring 5 straight, only down by 2 points. They go to Eddie Curry down low. He's got the advantage against Chan. Tisby moving closer, back to Bell. Bell hesitating on the shot, 5 seconds to shoot for the Wolf Warriors. Oh, nice drop off there, but again, Shepard with a help out from behind against Eddie Curry. Shepard now surveys the floor, getting it to Chan. Chan to Sim, back to Eversley. Eversley on the hesitation, kicking it out, back to Eversley, corner three, that's good.
He was getting close and close with his last 3 attempts almost going in. And Chris Eversley, if he warms up, you know, the Wolf Warriors are going to be in big trouble here in the first half.
And that enables the Dragons, to take the lead here, 12-11, Noel, and the minute remaining in the first.
Well, there's going to be subs coming in once again. Wong, who's done a great job as the point guard when Ed was sat down. We're going to have now Wu Yu come in, and let's see if More Free can free them up from this lead by the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
Yansu, they get it to Eddie Curry. He is double teamed now by 2 Dragons. Eddie Curry still with a basketball, 2 seconds to shoot. Unable to take a shot there.
He was looking for some kind of motion upstairs, but you know, everybody just gave him the ball and isolated it. I don't know why he didn't take it strong. A little hesitant probably going up against a smaller Chris Eversley.
So 38.8 seconds remaining. A chance to extend the lead here and end the quarter strong for Malaysia. And Shepard attacking again and giving himself an opportunity at the free throw line.
Yeah, Shepard's actually been one of the more aggressive guys in terms of the offense. And he's taking everybody aside and telling them exactly what they need to do. They are up right now by 1. They did not have this kind of luxury against the Singapore Slingers, mind you.
They were down big early in that game against Singapore, and Shepard, that's his second miss from the free throw line, graduating from San Diego State University and getting some action in the NBA G League with the Santa Cruz Warriors. Of course, the affiliate team of the Golden State Warriors. And now Shepard knocks in the second free throw. So it is a 2-point advantage here for the Dragons.
There's also a possible 2 for 1 if they go for it right now.
Mike Bell. They go to Leong. Leong fires. That's too strong. Shepard with a rebound. Winston Shepard pushing. Getting it to his teammate. Oh, nice drop off. Eversley finishing underneath.
And you know, the Dragons are actually playing better in terms of their transition as well.
Wow.
This is going to be a problem now for the Wolf Warriors.
Last 10 seconds of the period. Leong tripping. Yansu, they kick it out to Wu Yo. Wu Yo. And that's going to be a foul against Sim.
But more importantly now, that's going to put them over the limit. So that's going to mean free throws now for More Free. Or Wu Yu.
His hand caught inside the cookie jar is Benjamin Sim. And Wu Yo now More Free.
I believe both teams are already over the limit.
That is correct, Noel. Both teams over the limit already.
Yeah, referee Cornelio is trying to figure out, are they in the penalty? Yes, they are, because there was 4 team fouls heading into that one.
So free throws coming here for More Free with 0.6 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Oh, you're going to call it a sideline inbound.
Oh, that was just the 4th team foul. Wow.
Okay. So Yansu will get it in. Just enough time to lob it up to a teammate and get a shot off.
Especially if your teammate's name is Eddie Curry. They get it to Bell.
Oh, that's from the half-court line. Too strong for Mike Bell, and that's how we will end the first quarter here in Zhuhai, China. Westports Malaysia Dragons overtaking the Wolf Warriors up by 4, 15-11. We welcome you back to the action. This is your ASEAN Basketball League season number 9, and entering the second quarter here, Westports Malaysia Dragons visiting team from Malaysia, up by 4 points, 15-11. This is Martin Javier and Noah Zarate doing this game. And well, you mentioned off air that it was an 11-0 run mounted by the Westports Malaysia Dragons to end that first period.
And then I'm surprised that Eddie Curry is still, excuse me, on the floor after the first quarter that they had. They were up 11-4 already at one point. Eddie Curry, I think, has been given instructions to seal more, exactly what we're seeing right here. And that's going to bring them some degree of success. Actually, Tisby and Bell had already sat down before Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry is playing with no rest right now.
And that's Chan, no match against the big body of the NBA veteran, former NBA veteran Eddie Curry. And that's 5 points now for Curry.
You know, I was talking to Coach Matt Skillman about Eddie Curry. He actually has already stopped eating fast food, which is one of the things that he's trying to take care of his body even more, just by trying to stay healthy and trying to actually blend well more with the team with regards to like team bonding after the game. They actually wanted to take him out to an Italian dinner. He said, no, I want to stay with my boys and eat Chinese food.
You gotta love that from your veteran leader. Of course, a lot of the players of the Wolf Warriors look up to what Eddie has achieved in his career.
Yeah, both Eddie Curry and Mike Bell are actually, they're both 36 years old. Yeah. They're both the elder statesmen of the team. Of course, Mike Bell talks more on the court than he does off the court. Yeah. So Eddie Curry is like the bona fide big brother of the Wolf Warriors.
And it's now a 1 point lead here for Westports. Eversley looking to add to that. Cannot make it work. Here is Tisby now. Getting the pass from Eddie Curry. Kai Chen faking it. Chen will slow it down. And Wolf Warriors on the attack again here. They will set it up. Leon back to Tisby. Tisby goes middle, losing the basketball there.
Active hands there by the Dragons, creating this fast break opportunity.
Tan gets it to Eversley. Eversley, difficult shot. And they're able to retrieve it.
Yeah, the Dragons are wanting the ball more at this point, Martin.
Tan on the blow-by, getting it to Shepard, who misses the jam.
And they dodged the bullet right there. Their defense wasn't set. The Wolf Warriors had everybody just looking at where the basketball was going to go. Nobody going to the basketball.
And now, Chan is going to be called for the personal foul. So 2 team fouls already, with only over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
We have to remember, Martin, that these are 2 teams that are still winless here. Of course, Ala Pilipinas is not yet, San Miguel Ala Pilipinas has not yet played a game. Wolf Warriors at 0-5. We know that there are 26 games. They still have time, but they have to start today here at home against a team that was blown out by 54 points in their last outing.
That's right. Got to take advantage, and that's exactly what they are doing.
Look at this. Nana Egu took like half a quarter off. He's so fresh coming into the second period.
And Nana Egu risking it here as he enters at the 8:41 mark of the second quarter. Nana Egu nursing that 2 fouls. Eddie Curry missing on the first free throw. And the Wolf Warriors haven't actually used that small ball lineup that's worked well against Hong Kong Eastern.
Well, because their opponent keeps on playing on a tall lineup, despite the fact that, you know, Nana Egu sat down. You still have a 6'8" guy who can play multiple positions on the floor.
And now this is going to be a personal on Eric Tisby. That is 2 on him. And first team foul here for the Wolf Warriors. So Wu Yo will come off the bench and replace Eric Tisby, more free back on the floor. 8 and 37 seconds remaining in our first half. 10 seconds to shoot. for Westports. Here's the spin from Shepard. He will escape again off the glass.
I'll tell you, this kid's a scorer. Winston Shepard, the moment he sees an opening, he's going to go take it strong. He's not a point guard, guys. He's a points guard right now.
Shepard, a scoring machine. Oh, yo, hang time move. Could not make it, though. And here's Wong pushing now, the other way. Wong working against Leung. Leung almost getting the steal. They kick it out. Tan attacking middle. Back to Egu. Mid-range J. That's good.
Now that's what he brings to the table. He is almost automatic from anywhere between 12 to 15 feet. And coming off the bench, very fresh, he's energized.
That is the first field goal for Nana Egu in 2 attempts. Yansu shooting over Eversley here. That is an air ball.
The shot selection has been terrible for the guys coming off the bench here for the Wolf Warriors.
And this is Shepard again attacking. Could not finish with the left hand. Eddie Curry securing the rebound. And Wolf Warriors not having the same energy they had against Hong Kong Eastern.
Wolf Warriors actually still having Eddie Curry on the floor. The only guy was played without any rest. And Yan is just struggling today.
19 to 14 still. That is the count here in the first half. And Eversley getting it to Wong. Shepard using that screen from Egu. They rotate it to Wong, who fires. More free with the rebound. More free is pushing. He doesn't have the numbers here. Kai Chen for 3.
Well, that's what you get for not feeding Kai Chen the ball on offense. And now Kai Chen's going to be teed up here, Martin.
So Kai Chen getting the tech here. Wow.
Foul number 23, Kai Chen.
And I'm not quite sure how Matt Skillman is going to deal with this. Kai Chen is still jawing at the officials, and he's going to be replaced by Mike Bell. So the Westports Malaysia Dragons have successfully taken Kai Chen out of this game, at least here in the first half.
So Chris Eversley will head to the line here to shoot the technical free throw. And that's right, you got Mike Bell checking in now. So on the floor for the Wolf Warriors, Jennings Leung, more free, Yan Su, Mike Bell, and Eddie Curry.
Now, taking a look at the score right now, it is 20 to 14, but this is actually a make that a 16 to 3 run since coming back from the first quarter when the Wolf Warriors actually had that 7-point lead at 11 to 4. So the Dragons, you know, just doing this very slowly and methodically, and it's going to be a pretty hard time. The Wolf Warriors can't pick things up right now.
Shepard getting it down low. Egu for that jam.
Eddie Curry just completely left the paint wide open for Egu to go unmolested for that one.
22 to 14 now. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Wolf Warriors looking for answers. Yansu getting it to Curry. Curry handling it, looking for the cross court. That is deflected. Loshify on the move. Pull-up jumper. Short. Wong will retrieve it and save it to his teammate.
I like the motor of this kid, Wong.
Wong fakes. Attacks, scoop, no hoop. And it will go out of bounds.
This is also a smart move here by More Free. Letting the ball go out of bounds so that Eddie Curry can be replaced in the lineup. Now here's the small lineup you wanted, but now they're trying to come from behind.
And they don't have Kai Chen on the floor. So this is going to be slightly different with only Mike Bell, the legitimate big. Wu Yo fires. That's no good. Shepard with the rebound. Shepard on the move. Shepard dancing now with Yan, finding Egwood down low with the left hand. That's off.
And again, the shots that the Malaysians are missing are point-blank shots or open shots. They're going to go down sooner or later.
And Shentu bravely going to Egwood there, or going against Egwood on the attack.
They needed something positive coming from this unit, and Chris Shentu actually able to provide that as Leung sits down. And Kai Chen, let's see if he's cooled down. He's needed in this game. You know, 28 points against Hong Kong, nearly got the job done. Today, wow, he's struggling.
And now Wolf Warriors also successfully getting the third personal foul on Nana Egu.
So that is bad news now for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Jamie Perlman has to get creative with a small lineup.
Yes.
Well, he is going up against a smaller lineup, but the smaller lineup of the Wolf Warriors actually had a big edge against Hong Kong.
And you still have Kai Chen and Mike Bell on the floor.
That's true.
So you still have length. And Eversley gets the rebound. Shentu could not take advantage on the second free throw. Here is Eversley getting it to Loshi Fai all day to shoot. Not gonna work. Wu Yo pushing it to Shentu. Shentu 2-on-1 break. Getting it to Yan. Back to Shentu. Shentu splitting the defense. Gets it to Kai Chen, who will be fouled.
And that's what you like, you know, more aggressive, more free-flowing without a legitimate post threat with Eddie Curry. When Eddie Curry was there and he posted up, it's like you really had to get him the ball when he made a seal. Right now, there's a lot of motion going on here for the Wolf Warriors, and I believe that this will be addressed right now by Jamie Perlman.
And free throws coming for Kai Chen. When we return, a 7-point advantage for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. To the action here in your ASEAN Basketball League. Once again, we are live from inside Domen Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, China, in front of a Good Friday crowd, a Good Friday evening crowd here in Zhuhai. Again, matchup between the home team Wolf Warriors against the Westports Malaysia Dragons. And expect the tempo to rise a little bit more with both teams playing small.
I think Matt Skillman was having a word with our officials here, but going back to that last play, you know, Kai Chen taking it strong, getting the foul. He's just got to concentrate on playing basketball. The referees are going to try to do their jobs. If they miss a call, then they miss a call. But as a basketball player, you miss a shot, then it's okay. Just make sure that your head is in the game as well to try and help your teammates. And this first free throw might signal some good things coming up for CC.
And it looks like Kai Chen has cooled down as he misses the second free throw. So 6-point lead. That's the advantage here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
Personnel-wise, the Wolf Warriors should have an advantage. Nana Egu is probably gone for the rest of this first half with 3 personal fouls.
And they're halfway done here. In the second quarter, Eversley working against Shentu. Eversley gets to the basket. Still off is Chris Eversley.
They're not going to call that if Eversley just keeps on showing the ball and then the defense is just going to collapse on him.
And Shentu almost getting it to Kai Chen. Good anticipation here from Tan. Tan, out of control the other way. Mike Bell diving for it.
So they have the numbers.
Yan getting it across. Shentu waits for his teammates. They swing it to Yan Su, who gets it to Kai Chen down low. And Loshi Fai will be called for the foul.
Yeah, that was a foul before the shot. That's a foul that Loshi Fai had to give up. That's going to put them over the limit, though. And Kai Chen is going to warm up some more from the free throw line. You know, the small lineup is interesting because Eric Tisby is not on the floor. It's going to be Wu Yo, who is going to be trying to be a scientific point guard. We all know that he's a street baller. And street ballers, he has to be a scientific point guard within the system right now of Matt Skillman. We all know that he's a street baller and he's quite good at it too. But now can he conduct the orchestra for his entire team, be the playmaker, be the orchestrator? We're gonna see that for for a long spell. I thought Eric Tisby was gonna be brought in, but we're gonna see that for a long spell here for the first time this season.
That's right. He's gonna remain on the floor. Wu Yo, and his basketball IQ will be tested here. Eversley, that was an open look. Loshi Fai still could not connect. 2 open looks now missed by Loshi Fai.
That's actually 3 since the first quarter. Loshi Fai is thinking about his shot too much. He's just got to let it flow.
Wu Yo, Jening Leung driving against Sim, stops, passing it out. Shentu working on Eversley. Did not get it to Mike Bell. Jening Leung back outside. Wu Yo fires. No good. Rebound to Shentu. Skying height for that one. Jening Leung finally connects.
There you go. Jenning Leung, I'm telling you, after Kai Chen is the most consistent local on this squad, and he just proved why.
21 to 22. We have a 1-point game, 3.5 remaining in the first half. Shepard dancing against Jenning Leung. Shepard on the pull-up J. Hits off Mike Bell with a board. Wolf Warriors with a chance to grab the lead back.
It's the locals who are trying to carry the torch right now. Well, I mean, Mike Bell has just been asking for the ball. He's been attracting the defense, but he's going to pass this one off.
Bell, he's got the smaller tan on him. Bell, series of moves, kicking it out. Yo, that is a deflection, yeah.
The pass was late. The seal came in really well until Wu Yo looked at it. It was too late.
Lo Shifai, this time with the left hand, still nothing.
He's missed 5 shots already today, Martin.
Wu Yo, getting fancy. Could not get it off the glass and in, but Kai Chen cleans it up.
You know, Coach Matt Skillman is discovering every game a different lineup that could work for him. And right now, 4 locals and 1 world import who's not really playing center right now is getting the job done, and they got the lead back.
And look at Eddie Curry pumped up on the Wolf Warriors bench. They get it to Eversley. Chris gets the contact against a Chris Shantu there.
But that's where he's been trying to get his points, trying to penetrate from that right side. And they finally make the call right now, which is a pretty obvious foul. As you can see here again, that was just a bad positioning right there on the defense. And Kai Chen was already saying, you know, we just got to make sure that we're on our right spots. Coach Matt Skillman has a very, very delicate defensive scheme, especially on the secondary break. And if you miss an assignment, you're going to send somebody to the free throw line.
So this is Chris Eversley now, second trip to the free throw line. Took one earlier, made it. But so far struggling in this game, Noel, is Eversley.
Right, all of them are. Even Winston Shepard, he's been more successful with his drives than anything.
Actually, both teams shooting at the 20s. 21% for the Wolf Warriors and 22% for Westports.
Well, Tisby's back, and more frees with him.
Wow. So, 2 small guard lineup here for Coach Matt. Kai Chen, strong move against Eversley. That's good.
He's got the confidence once again. Let's see if he can make some threes along the way.
25-23. And Shepard now working against Leung. Oh, Shepard could not get it to drop. And now Tisby goes the other way, gets it to Mike Bell.
Right, you can't relax on defense at any time.
Kai Chen bounce back to Jenny Leung. That was a good backdoor cut by Leung, could not finish.
And they're having fun right now, at least the Wolf Warriors. They have the lead and they're having fun on the floor. We did not see this in the first quarter when they were down.
Better cohesion now from this team in the second frame. Wu Yo. Jenning Leung drives, splitting the defense, getting it to Kai Chen. Wu Yo retrieving it. Tisby, 4 seconds to work with. They gotta take one up. Tisby on the pull-up, no good. And back the other way. Eversley does not have the numbers. Tan on the mid-range.
Oh, he didn't care.
That's good.
He didn't care. They didn't have the numbers. That's his shot. And we have a tied game again.
Mike Bell. 1 minute and 10 remaining in the first half. You got Wu Yo surveying the floor, getting it to Mike Bell. Mike Bell on the double pump, tried to go glass, but he gets the personal on Eversley.
And they got to make hay while the sun shines, you know, with Nana Egu on the bench. There is no legitimate rim protector. Mike Bell finally gets an opportunity inside. Mike Bell just wants to get everybody involved, all his teammates, in terms of confidence. Kai Chen, of course, has already had a few penetrations, but now is the time for Mike Bell to really just take it strong. He is the tallest player on the floor right now.
Mike Bell, missing on the first free throw. 1 out of 4 so far from the field. We haven't seen him have a breakout game.
Not yet.
Scoring-wise, at least.
And Coach Matt Skillman did share to me right yesterday when we had a long talk that he still doesn't have his legs under him. He might get in full game shape already very soon. They do have another road game coming up, so they have to make sure that everybody's in tip-top shape. We all know that Eddie Curry played a lot of minutes in the first quarter. In fact, played the entire first quarter. That could be an indication that he's actually done with his hamstring injury.
It's a steal from Leung. So Kai Chen
Oh, there you go.
will step back, shoot a three. Not gonna work. Wong with the rebound. Gan. They go to Shepard. Off the spin. What a spin there by Shepard. Could not make the shot though. And Mike Bell getting the rebound.
Shepard's got to adjust to the calls of the officials right now. That's about the third time they didn't call a foul on one of his kamikaze drives.
So the Wolf Warriors working here as Gan will be called for the personal as he taps the ball from behind. And again, that's a bad foul because Westports is already in the penalty.
Well, this is a good statement quarter here for the Wolf Warriors. When Eddie Curry sat down, they sped things up. Kai Chen starting to get his points. It's interesting though, at one spell here, they did have Tisby and Wu at the same time, and it sort of worked for them. Crazy as it may sound, you had two 5'8" players on the floor against some really tall opposition. Coach Matt Skillman might actually experiment with that if they can get a bigger lead. However, Bell's been having his problems at the line.
Both teams, this is a very low scoring first half, Noel.
Yeah.
Only a total of 51 points on the board. Last shot time here for the Dragons. 8 seconds remaining. Shepard against Liam. He's got the advantage. They go to the corner. That's in and out for Tan. Mike Bell not going for the heave. And that's the end of the first half here in Zhuhai, China. The home team, Wolf Warriors, with the matchstick advantage, 26-25. We'll be back for the halftime stats and analysis of this game. And back to our coverage here. This is your ABL 9 and stats at the half here, Noel. Slight advantage for the Wolf Warriors, but both teams working very close in a lot of departments here.
But you know, the big department I'm looking at right now are two things. The turnovers for the Wolf Warriors, they had 5 more in that first half, and the free throw shooting actually helped them stay in the game. They had 17 free throws, and some of them by this big man, Eddie Curry, in that game. So they're not shooting the ball well. Both teams actually not shooting the ball well.
Right.
But you know, keeping it low scoring actually favors the Westports Malaysia Dragons. And right now the Wolf Warriors have to be talking at halftime on how they're going to up this tempo. How are they going to make this score a little bit on their edge? If they score 80 and above, it's supposed to be, or 90 and above, that's supposed to be in their territory.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like it might happen right now with only 26 first half points.
And just to paint you a clearer picture, Wolf Warriors are shooting 25% from the field. On the other side, you've got Westports shooting 23%. So both teams are in the 20s. Westports making 9 shots and Wolf Warriors making 7. But as we mentioned, the free throws kept the Wolf Warriors in the game and gave them the lead, the slight advantage here, 26-25. No players in double figures so far, with Shepard leading all scorers with 9 points. Following him is Eversley with 7. On the other side, for the Wolf Warriors, you've got Kai Chen, who has picked up the scoring in the second frame, scored 7 points. And you got a couple of players scoring 6 behind him. That's Eddie Curry and Mike Bell with 6 apiece. So we expect the adjustments from both coaches, Matt Skillman and Coach Jamie Perlman, come the second half of this game. Again, you guys are watching the ASEAN Basketball League season number 9. Wolf Warriors up by 1, 26-25.
最後一條杆，你哋邊三位組？你邊三個？1、2、3，你三位組，第三個好冇？好，準備啊！我哋好，準備計時，預備 ，Go！ 我以為係馬刺對活塞添啦，萬一分隊。係運球嘅技術梗係一流啊！未來之星，拍掌，係，加油！過杆，再嚟，用咗14秒啦，加油，拍掌，擊掌！哇！睇嚟我哋斗門嘅人才係非常之夠啊！從青少年真係用咗25秒。好，到呢組啊！好，準備，翻嚟先，我哋就開始，準備，預備，開始，加油！哇，7秒1，更加快。用咗15秒。用咗23秒，好，證明我哋第二輪呢一組嘅係我哋嘅冠軍啊！我哋嘅有禮品贈送，好，冠軍者請留步啊！輸咗嘅亦唔好氣餒啊！4分啊，我哋去贈送禮品。OK， 好，第二輪嘅遊戲啊，更加簡單啊！我哋嘅罰球啊，投籃比賽啊，請我哋嘅有冇現場嘉賓啊？有冇？冇就我哋請幾個籃球館嘅場外 MVP 嗰幾個運動員啊，嚟試投啊！一次機會，仲有冇嚟㗎？仲有禮品。哇，3分3啦，好 OK 啊，試啦嘛，好，我哋排好隊啊，好，一次機會啊，冇剔คู่㗎，好，希望下次嚟再嚟參與啊，仲有冇嚟參與嘅？有嘅，嗰邊嘅，好，嗰邊嘅，馬上落嚟，好，仲有冇參與嘅呢邊？嗰個小朋友，嚟，啱落嚟。呢邊啦，山頂上面呢個男士，過嚟，呢邊有冇？呢邊山頂嘅男士，過嚟，有冇？呢邊啦，嗰個後生仔，係我冇嘅，一次啊，應該快完即止啊，一次機會冇剔คู่啊！仲有冇呢邊嘅有冇？好，一次機會呢邊有冇？嚟，係啦，啱。好，排好隊啊！哎呀，咁大隻都冇力㗎。好，排好隊啊！一次機會，有禮品有贈送。好啦啊 ，OK， 好，最後5位啊，時間關係啊，好，最後5位啦啊，時間關係啊，下次咧請要提早啊，舉手啊，準備好啦。有啊！好，最後啦，最後2條毛巾啦啊！好，下次嚟積極參與我哋嘅比賽啊！遊戲。 多多年嘅罰球啦。哎呀，真係喺度場外嘅觀眾啊，都好想嚟試一試啊！係。差少少，我睇我哋嘅呢個小朋友係咪應該有優惠啊嚇？係咪有優惠啊？好，能夠好嚟1、2、3，哎呀，係獎勵俾你啊！ 感謝大家嘅參與啊！
Second half is almost underway. And welcome back to the coverage here. This is your ASEAN Basketball League season number 9. Rise to greatness. Martin Javier with Noah Zarte doing this game. A low-scoring affair so far between the Wolf Warriors and the Westports Malaysia Dragons. 26-25, that is the count, with the Wolf Warriors home team ahead by a point.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at the numbers right here. 17 free throws given to the Wolf Warriors. They made 9 of those. They should have been up by double figures by now if they had made their free throws. The three-point shooting, 3 of 14 for the Wolf Warriors, 2 of 11 for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. And I'm looking at the other stats here in terms of efficiency. The locals actually having some pretty good efficiency in terms of the Wolf Warriors. Talking about the plus-minus of Chris Shentu. Plus 11 on the floor. Kai Chen was a plus 10. And looking at Eddie Curry, he played a lot of minutes in that first quarter. A minus 8 for Eddie Curry.
Wow.
And looking at the other side, you know, Lo Shifai with a minus 10. He's having an off day right now. Lo Shifai, a longtime member of the Malaysian national team, looked to as the probably the local that could join forces with the 3 imports. That hasn't been the case today. He is still scoreless for the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
Now, Noel, given those BPM numbers, box plus minus numbers, well, what's the game plan now from the side of the Wolf Warriors? Obviously, they've thrived more without Eddie Curry on the floor. Is that going to work here in the second half?
Well, Eddie Curry is going to be starting the second half right now. Let's see if he can establish more of a post presence. The big deal right now for the Westports Malaysia Dragons is their starting center. Nana Egwu is going to be in the game.
Right.
Well, he's not. I don't think he's even starting this third period, but he is playing with 3 fouls. He's not even going to start this third quarter. So advantage Eddie Curry to begin the second half.
So a small ball lineup will remain at the start of the second half here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons, down by a point. And this is a closer game, or a closer game for them compared to their first one against Singapore Slingers. And Eversley could not handle that pass. Tan cross court, Lo Shifai. And that is deflected by the Wolf Warriors.
And he continues to have an off game, starting the second half with a turnover.
Tisby and the oohs and ahs here inside our venue. Mike Bell attacking, kicking it out. Shentu back to Bell for the catch and shoot. That's not going to work.
You got to appreciate the dribble drive to start this second half for the Wolf Warriors, trying to create some mismatches.
Here is Tan, short on the free, gets it back. Shepard looking for a teammate, finding Wong outside. Wong attacking, tried to drop it off. Tan wasn't looking initially. Here's Eversley. Back to Wong outside. He fires. That's an air ball for Wong.
And they're going to call this a shot clock violation, and rightfully so. It never hit the rim. And Shepard is saying that it did hit the rim because he had a dunk right there after the save by Eddie Curry. But again, you know, the defense has to be the key for the Wolf Warriors. This is what they did against Hong Kong Eastern. They're now playing into the game of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. That's why they're not scoring very much.
Here's Kai Chen, backing down. Kai Chen. No basket. But he's going to draw the foul here against Tan.
That's going to mean free throws here for Kai Chen. We've been waiting for him to calibrate his gun. So far in terms of three-point shooting for CC, as they call him, Kai Chen, he is 0 for 2 from three-point range. He hit 6 of them against Hong Kong. And this is going to help him get his stroke back.
So you got the bigger front line here for the Wolf Warriors. Kai Chen able to post up. Eddie Curry able to post up. Let's see if they're going to use those advantages moving forward. And Kai Chen drops in the second free throw. 27-25, 8:47 remaining here in the third quarter. You got Wong bringing the ball down now. 8 rebounds for this guy, Wong. Goes to the middle, trying to find Tan underneath. And last touch on the Wolf Warriors, a fresh 14 to work with. Here comes Nana Egwu off the bench.
Yeah, it didn't work. The initial strategy by Coach Jamie Perlman to start off with a small lineup did not work. It did not reap any benefits at all.
Oh, inbound play. Shepard got a good look, could not make the shot. Tisby now working the basketball. Tisby looking for Eddie Curry down low. One-on-one against Egwu. Mike Bell kicking it out. Tisby for 3. Bullseye!
It's his second 3 of the game. And you like it that Eddie Curry Curry is establishing a post presence. The moment Eddie Curry gets the ball, they drop down to a zone. And the moment Mike Bell swung the ball around, they were still on zone. And Tisby was able to get an open look.
Now it's 30-25 for the Wolf Warriors. Regaining their advantage here. Shepard working on the pesky Tisby. Now it's Egwu with a mid-range J. That's off. Tisby getting the rebound from Eversley.
This is what you want to see from a 5'8" point guard in Eric Tisby. The desire to get the ball against the big guys.
Down low to Kai Chen. Shentu on the cut with a left hand.
This is the kind of game that the Wolf Warriors should have played in the first quarter with Eddie Curry in there.
Lo Shifai answers right back with his own layup.
That's got to feel good for Lo Shifai, his first make in 6 attempts.
Out of 5 in the first half for Lo Shifai. 32-27, Tisby, a long three-pointer. It will not go. Shentu almost grabbing that rebound. Egwu getting it to the wrong man. Here's Mike Bell. Shentu out of control. Wolf Warriors will slow it down. Eddie Curry.
Great shot.
Oh! Shot blocked by Egwu. 7 seconds to work with. Kai Chen to Curry. Curry getting the personal foul on his way up.
Eversley's claiming the foul that could have been the 4th if they gave it to Egwu. They do not. They give it to Chris Eversley, trying to help out his friend. And this is a surprising start now for Jamie Perlman for his opponents here in the third.
Over 3 minutes gone here in the third. A 5-point advantage for the Wolf Warriors.
Hey, but it's an aggressive 23. It's an aggressive 23. All right? One time. If there's a turnover or we knock it out of bounds, we're back to 11. It's an energy. It's getting after it. It's kicking these guys' ass. They're not showing that right now. Let's go.
Heading straight to the action here. ASEAN Basketball League season number 9. Home court of the Wolf Warriors here in Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. Right now they are trying to build their momentum, trying to build this lead. It's at 5 points, 32-27. You see there the numbers of Kai Chen, 8 points already to lead away. Wolf Warriors 6 from the free throw.
And they continue to dominate in terms of free throws. 17 free throws in the first half given here to the Wolf Warriors. However, they missed 8 of them. 9 of 17 from the free throw line. And the start here, 1 out of 2 for Kai Chen. Eddie Curry missed his first. These are called free throws for a reason. There's nobody guarding you. So there's very little reason to miss them. But Eddie Curry made the second.
7 points now for Eddie Curry to go along with 5 rebounds. So a 6-point advantage enjoyed by the home squad. Cross-court pass, Wong choosing to move closer, back outside, Eversley for 3, that's good!
That's the problem also when you keep on zoning. Every time there's an inside presence, they see so many creases in that zone defense. Good corner 3 that time by Eversley.
So that cuts the lead. Down to a possession here, Mike Bell tries to counter, he does!
That's his second 3 of the game as well. They need a lot of that from Mike Bell while they're very busy on defense with Eddie Curry.
Lo Shifai goes down low. Egwu, the cross-court pass. Wong could not drop it in. Look at Eversley here, work hard underneath.
He wanted the ball more than Mike Bell wanted the ball at that time.
So a quick 5 points for Chris Eversley. He is up to 12 points now. First guy in double figures here. Mike Bell looking for a teammate. Looking for the cut from Eric Tisby. So Shepard.
Oh, great defense by Kai Chen.
Great presence of mind there by Kai.
Oh!
Eddie Curry could not catch the pass though.
That was a bad pass by Kai Chen. Eddie Curry was on his way to the hoop. Had to stretch backwards for that one. Negating a great defensive play with a turnover.
36-32, approaching the halfway mark here in the third quarter.
Looks like Bell's got cut from that last collision with Eversley.
So he's going to go out. Yan Su who struggled in the first half, will check back in.
Well, they need Yansu to actually break out of his funk. He had a miserable first half in terms of shot selection and on defense.
So the Dragons are back on offense here. Wong looking for that screen from Egwu. Wong, Loshi 5 for 3. Still Law for Law. And it will go outside, so Warriors will have possession.
Well, he has to look for something else. He had a layup earlier. He is 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. We're talking about Loshi 5. I know he's a designated shooter, but he has to find a way to get some points without, you know, all these outside shots.
Here's Kai Chen's attempt. That's going to be short. 0 out of 3 now for Kai Chen from three-point range. That's Eversley again, connecting on his second.
You know, he reminds you of a bigger Anthony Tucker, the way he just strokes the ball from deep. Very effortless on that one.
And the lead is down to 1 again. Eddie Curry is going to work against Egwu. Yansu on the drive, off the spin, dropped it off to Curry. 6 seconds to shoot. Curry on the short stab. Doesn't work.
I don't know if they're familiar with the triple drive system that's being employed right now by Coach Matt Skilma. They seem to be getting lost on offensive rotations.
And Loshi Fai will go back to the bench here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Checking in is Gan. And Shantu replaced by Jenning Leung on the floor as well for the Wolf Warriors. White shirts up by a point, 36-35, 4.5 minutes remaining. Shepard kicking it out. Gan, open look. That's too strong. Battle for the rebound. And they called a personal foul here on Eddie Curry.
Yeah, he was trying to push off with his off arm. Officials very quick to spot that one.
Eddie Curry.
Looks like Bell's okay.
Yeah. Only the first personal of Eddie. So Mike Bell checking in for Jenning Leung. 5 on the floor now.
That's a very tall lineup.
Yeah. Kai Chen, Mike Bell, Eddie Curry, Eric Tisby, and Yansu. Here's Eversley triggering it in. Wong guarded by Yansu. They've got Shepard again. Working closely against Tisby. Oh, Tisby falls down.
Credit that turnover to the peskiness of Eric Tisby. 6'8" going up against 5'8". They exchanged words after that. But Tisby, the moment you dribble in front of somebody like Eric Tisby, you're gambling already.
That's right.
And that cost him a turnover.
Look at how close he got in defending Winston Shepard as Kai Chen scores on the floater.
It's getting physical in the paint right now. I think the Dragons are starting to push back.
Shepard using that screen, getting it to Eversley again for 3. Rebound goes to Curry. And Tisby now will slow this pace down. He gets it to Yansu. Mike Bell scours the floor, gets it back to Yan, who fires and hits.
Until when is this 2-3 zone going to be active for the Westports Malaysia Dragons? They're using it to stop Eddie Curry, but now the shooters are starting to contribute for the Wolf Warriors.
First field goal made for Yansu. Curry rips up the rebound. Eric Tisby lobs it up. Mike Bell tried to throw it down to complete the alley-oop. No basket though. As Wong gets to the other side, Eversley for 3. Eversley connects.
Again, that was a poor transition defense that time for the Wolf Warriors. They left Chris Eversley open, and Eversley starting to hum here in the third.
18 points for Chris Eversley now.
That actually eclipses his entire total against Singapore Slingers in their opening game.
2 bodies falling down. And that is Eddie Curry for the Wolf Warriors.
Well, you got to give it to Chan. He's been fighting for position ever since Eddie Curry is trying to occupy that. They're going to try to play man-to-man and while Eddie Curry is still in there, but looks like Curry's been replaced.
So Jenning Leung back on the floor with Kai Chen and Mike Bell at the front line now of the Wolf Warriors. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And fresh 14 to work with here. And Eric Tisby will start to play as they attend to a wet spot. It was occupied earlier by Eddie Curry.
That's a big wet spot.
So here's Tisby. Getting it to Kai Chen, who stepped outside.
That's a good call there by referee Glenn Cornelio. They wanted to steal that inbounds pass, but unfortunately there was a stepping violation, and even the ball is now a little wet too. This is actually a pretty good crowd we're having here, Martin, here in Zhuhai.
It's a Friday crowd.
It is.
Probably proud people going after work.
But one thing the Wolf Warriors have to do is they have to get that fourth foul from Nana Egu. That's, they did not get it done with Eddie Curry. Let's see if Kai Chen can actually draw that.
So here is Wong faking the pass. Tried to scoop it. Did not work. Tisby with the rebound. Here is Mike Bell. Kai Chen goes middle, attacking Egu. It's good.
When he makes the decision to drive, there's nothing anybody can do about it unless they get a good timing on that block, and Egu did not.
5-point lead here. Shepard spinning on Tisby. And Tisby, I think, will be called for the foul as he's tried to swipe the ball away from Shepard.
Well, bad news there. That's number 3 for Eric Tisby. He's been doing so well as the court general here as third. I don't know if we're going to see Wu Yo in the game. That hasn't happened yet.
It's a very fast swipe. You could barely see it from the replay.
Right.
From Eric Tisby. So Shepard now. Working now against Mike Bell. Kicking it out. Here's the three-pointer. That will not drop in. Mike Bell with the rebound.
Ooh, Nana Egu almost called for his fourth that time.
2 minutes remaining in the third. And Zhenning Leung slowing it down, getting it to Tisby here. Mike Bell. Double teamed. Bell still surveying the floor, getting back out to Tisby, who fakes the pass. Tisby, no good. Egu with the rebound. Shepard on the move. The skip, and that's an offensive foul on Winston Shepard.
And again, it's starting to get personal between Shepard and Tisby right now. Tisby stood right outside the restricted zone, and there's nothing Shepard could do about that. You can't avoid him. He just ran over him.
An interesting strategy here for Coach Matt Skillman to put Tisby on one of the tallest guys on the floor of Westports.
Well, again, if you're not really an adept ball handler, a smaller guy is going to be a threat to take the ball away from you anytime.
And it's been working so far. Tisby being the pesky defender that he is, always bothering Winston Shepard.
I don't think Shepard scored here in the second half yet.
Right. Hasn't yet. And now Tisby will have possession here. Eric. Zhenning Leung back to Mike Bell. Tisby to Mike Bell.
Oh,
He's
great
got the open
patience.
look. The extra pass. And that's going to be the fourth here of Nana Egu.
And he tried his best to avoid Kai Chen, but that was just a great head fake for the former CBA player. And that's going to be a big problem here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Egu will have to sit down.
That was such a good fake from Kai Chen. Just pushing the right buttons here in the third quarter.
You have to credit Mike Bell also for fighting. Mike Bell had an open lane.
Yeah.
Saw that Kai Chen was there. And instead of Nana Egu trying to block his shot, he had to rotate back to Kai Chen. And Kai Chen, with that great fake, that's foul number 4 now on Nana Egu.
So Kai Chen.
2 free throws for Kai Chen.
Now with Kai Chen right now so far, he's the only local in double figures. In fact, he's the only player in double figures now for the Wolf Warriors with 13.
So 44-38, CC at the line. A minute and 17 left in the third frame.
And they know that this crowd is going to get behind them anytime. I mean, they felt the Hong Kong crowd when they were there. They fought through that. The Wolf Warriors did, but now they have their home crowd trying to egg them on.
Here is Shepard, cross court. Almost ran out though. Shan will recover, or Chin rather will recover. Eversley forced to put one up, could not put it in. So Yansu getting the rebound and pushing the basketball the other way. Tried to go for the one-handed pass to Cici, did not work.
Now that pass was actually too ahead of Kai Chen. Luckily for the Wolf Warriors, one of the Dragons got a touch on that one. I like this re-entry of Chris Shentu right now. They need the shooting. They continue to zone them up. Now they're going to go man-to-man.
Shentu replacing Yansu on the floor. They got it to Jennings Leung. Leung back to Tisby, who fires from the left wing. Too strong. Mike Bell getting the long rebound. And Bell getting it off the glass and in. Counted plus the foul.
He's getting the long rebound. He uses his long arms to get away from the defense. This is the biggest lead in the game for the Wolf Warriors. And everybody's starting to chip in to get their first win. I know there's still a lot of time, 30 seconds here in the third, the entire fourth period.
Yeah.
But you got to say that the momentum is now on the side of the Wolf Warriors.
And Bell completes the three-point play. More free. Making his way in, replacing Eric Tisby.
Very well-deserved rest for Eric Tisby. He almost manhandled everybody there in terms of his skills in the third.
Especially this guy, Winston Shepard.
Yeah.
Shepard now bringing the ball down, 24 seconds remaining here in the third. Malaysia Dragons have only scored 13 points here in the quarter, and it will remain on their side with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
What's happening here is that everybody's trying to poke away at Shepard. This was a task started by Tisby. Now everybody's trying to help out in their own little way.
Wong gets it back. And that's going to be a foul on More Free.
Now, I don't know if the same strategy is going to work now. I mean, it's the same height against Shepard, and Shentu, rightfully so, is going to have to take him on. But if it's going to be More Free trying to take on Shepard, Shepard might have the advantage.
Luckily for them, that was their foul to give. Not yet in the penalty are the Wolf Warriors. One more. And Shepard now working against Chris Shentu with 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Shepard getting it to Wong. Wong, corner three. Too strong again. And Eversley could not secure it. So the Wolf Warriors will have 1.3 seconds to put a shot up. Mike Bell, the heave from Shentu. Way off, but Wolf Warriors getting the edge here in the third. A 22-13 quarter for them, enabling them to take the 10-point advantage going into our fourth and final frame.
Our score 48-38 for the Wolf Warriors.
Back to the action here. We are inside Domin Gymnasium, and this is your ASEAN Basketball League season number 9. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season. Wolf Warriors at 0-5. Westports Malaysia Dragons, the visiting team from Malaysia, are 0-1 so far in the season. And going into the fourth quarter, it is a big 10-point lead enjoyed by the home squad, the Wolf Warriors, 48-38. Martin Avera with Noel Zarate doing this game. And right away, Noel, they go down low to Kai Chen, and that has been successful for the Wolf Warriors.
Yeah, I've been told his name is actually Chai Chen, the way we pronounce it. I remember when we had Stephen Ginchard play for Hong Kong Eastern, we've been calling him Ginchard the whole season. It happened to be Gonchard. So now we're going to change the name now. Chai Chen with the first field goal for the Wolf Warriors, but that's quickly answered by the Dragons.
Winston Shepard really answering the other end. 10-point advantage still. Mike Bell faking the pass, going behind his back, getting into Leon. There's a risky pass from Bell. Leon on the pull of three. That's good. Swishing it through is Jennings Leon.
He leads the bench charge, and it's starting to pay dividends now for the Wolf Warriors.
Eversley could not answer. Put back to Tan. Still no good. Shepard working hard. And that's going to be a putback, the cleanup, and the opportunity at the free throw line for Winston Shepard.
Well, when Shepard is not doing the point guard chores, I think he's more comfortable playing at the wing right now. Small forward, maybe even a stretch four. And he just cleaned up the mess there. Chan had 2 golden opportunities to score, but now Shepard, you know, that's back-to-back field goals for him here in the fourth after going scoreless in the third.
But they got to play better defense here in the fourth, as they are still down by 10 points, 53-43. Chris Shentu and Mike Bell, the only world import on the floor again. The Wolf Warriors.
This worked for them in the second quarter when they were down by 7 points, and they clawed their way back to be ahead by 1 at the half.
Shentu, or Liam rather, straight away did not work. That's last touch on Chris Shentu.
Yeah, Shentu was looking out to pass immediately before he even handled the ball.
So Westports with an opportunity to slice it to single digits. Eversley now. Shepard, he's got the slightly taller defender in Shentu as Shepard fires on the step back. No good.
And that's
be a foul against the Westports Malaysian Dragons.
It was 2 number 23 guys going at it, and it unfortunately went the way of Chan.
Wow.
Oh,
Chan.
he's fouled out of the game. So you got 4 fouls on Egwu, and then he just lost his backup.
All right, so a new guy, or at least Lo Shifai, will check in now for Chan.
He's going to play out of position if he's going to play center right now. I believe Shepard is now going to play his 5th possession of the game at center.
Well, he is a versatile forward. Could play a lot of positions. That's exactly what he did tonight. Kai Chen on the spin. Still good for Kai Chen.
It's money time. Yeah, it's money time now for Chai Chen. Getting that baseline jumper to drop. And again, they're tying their biggest lead of the game.
55-43. Almost 2 minutes gone. Eversley backing down on Yan Su. Here's the extra pass to Tan. Tan back to Lo Shifai. Lo Shifai goes baseline to Eversley, who knocks in the 3.
And that was very, very patient that time by the Westports Malaysia Dragons. There is no such a thing. There's no such thing as a 12-point shot in basketball. They gotta do this slowly. And Chris Eversley now the game high scorer.
Here's Tisby attacking, leaving it to Tai Chen, who cannot connect. And Wong now will go to Eversley here. Lo Shifai, again all day to shoot. He finally knocks it down.
That's what he needed. He had missed his first 4 3-point attempts. We all know that Lo Shifai, playing the 3 in the Malaysian national team, that's one of his weapons. And this is going to force the hand now of Matt Skillman.
And the lead is sliced to 6 points, 55-49. More fourth quarter action when we return. Back to the action here inside Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. 55-49. Westports Malaysia Dragons are on a 6-0 run to cut the lead down to 6 as well. 55-49.
Let's go,
And Tisby
Warriors!
will still handle the basketball, doing the playmaking here for the Wolf Warriors. Chen Myung to the other side. Shentu now attacks, try to leave it to Mike Bell.
Ball remains for the Warriors. Shot clock 10 seconds.
10 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, they want to get Mike Bell more involved here. Bell has contributed in other ways, but they need his offense.
Catch and shoot. Chen Myung could not connect. Wong with a one-handed rebound. And that's going to be a personal here on Shentu.
Number 2, Chris Shentu.
That's going to be number 4 on Shentu, so you better watch it as well. We've got 3 on Tisby, 3 on Chai Chen, and Shentu becomes the first endangered species of the Wolf Warriors.
And Shepard now. He's going to be guarding Shepard here. He's talking about Shentu. So Shepard gets the ball back.
There's the defensive switch.
Shepard gets to the pin, leaves it to Tan, kicking it back out. Eversley connects.
24 in the game for Chris Eversley, the veteran, is starting to carry his team on his back. 9 unanswered now for the Dragons.
This is only a one-possession game. Wong with a steal. Getting it to Eversley. Eversley all the way.
Oh, missed the dunk.
Sorry, missed there by Chris Eversley.
He tried to dunk that with his left hand as well. He had a breakaway for a layup, tried to make it more pretty. It turned out to be ugly.
55-42 still. Wow, big miss there for Chris Eversley. 6:16 remaining in the game. Eric Tisby gets to the lane, could not make the layup.
Yeah, Lo Shifai was there to stop him.
Here's Eversley firing again and hits again.
12-0 run, Martin.
So
wow.
Chris Eversley making up for his mistake with that missed dunk. Now tied again at 55 apiece. Chai Chen attacking and scoring on the runner.
Chai Chen is trying to fight back all by himself. A team high 20 points now for the Wolf Warriors.
That gets them the lead back. 57-55, Shepard. Eversley, back to Shepard. On the run, the scoop and the hoop for Shepard.
Again, there's too many small guys trying to stop him, but the moment he's up there, the big guys were nowhere in sight.
So we go back and forth. At the halfway mark off the 4th quarter, Tisby gets in, and that's going to be a foul against Winston Shepard.
Yeah, the Shepard is trying to plead his case that the momentum of Eric Tisby actually collided with him. So again, fresh legs have to be here. You know, the Wolf Warriors are trying to speed up the tempo with Eddie Curry on the bench. And I believe, 2 free throws are going to be given.
Your free throws for Eric Tisby.
So the foul was on the attempt for Eric Tisby. Rattles that one out. That's the first one.
And if this goes on, this goes down as a loss for the Wolf Warriors, they're going to look at all the free throws they have missed.
That's 0 for 2 for Eric Tisby. Shepard. Lo Shifai. No good. Mike Bell getting it to Tisby. Here's Mike, or Eric rather. Mike Bell. 3-pointer. Off, Chai Chen with a rebound. Denied by Shepard.
Yeah, that's going to be a travel. They're not going to call a jump ball here on that kind of an attempt. Chai Chen just ran into all sorts of trouble there at the length of Winston Shepard. And I believe that they're going to go really small right here. The Westports Malaysia Dragons, they see that the wings are open for the shooters. So there's going to be more small guys come in. Perhaps to do a better job shooting from the perimeter.
Shepard goes to Tan on the cut. Tan with a big basket here.
Just like that, the lead now goes to the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Just a few moments ago, it was 55-43 in favor of the Wolf Warriors. Wow, what a run by the Dragons.
16-2 run, or 16-2 run here in the 4th quarter. 4.5 minutes remaining.
get to this spot here. Wow, and way long you're here. Okay? Now John's going to work on Chris. Every side he goes to, go. Let's go. Come on, y'all, let's go. Come on. Team, 1, 2, 3.
Back to the action here, and Noel, what a run for the Westports Malaysia Dragons, 16-2 to take the 2-point lead here, and they've actually outscored the Wolf Warriors 21-9 here in the fourth.
And that's, of course, primarily because of Chris Eversley catching fire from the perimeter. Actually, all his 3 3-pointers that came in here the fourth quarter from the same exact spot on the right side.
See how the Wolf Warriors will respond.
They don't.
Lose the ball. Eversley, Shepard steps into a 3, bullseye!
The perimeter is wide open now for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. The Wolf Warriors have to collect themselves. They're only down 5.
Eric Tisby. Again, Wolf Warriors getting clamped down here, and they lose another possession. Eversley will recover and put it up and in.
How about that? 7-point lead after being down 12 just a few moments ago.
Wow. This is now a 21-2 run by the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Mike Bell from straightaway. Doesn't connect.
Yeah, they're giving him that shot because they know he's not going to make it anymore.
So Shepard will slow it down here. They go to Wong, who's got the open look. Too strong, Mike Bell with the board.
Bell's got to start getting aggressive on offense now.
Tisby flipping it up.
Oh, they count it.
That's going to count, plus the foul. Eric Tisby.
I don't know where he took off from, but it looked like it could have been a good call. We're going to wait for the replay on this one, Martin.
Here's the replay, Noel.
There's the bump, 1, 2. Oh, that's a legal shot. That was a good call.
Good presence of mind there for Eric Tisby to still take the shot after the contact.
But they still need a lot more help. You know, Tisby's trying to take over here in the fourth. Mike Bell has to get involved. Kai Chen has been doing his best, but the defense is now trained on him as the lone post threat.
Tisby will complete the 3-point play. Wolf Warriors down by 4, 64-60. And Shepard.
That's a fourth foul on Eric Tisby.
Number 7, Eric Tisby.
Trying to be a pest once more. He's going to have to loosen up now. And probably take someone else on. You're going to put Yan on Shepard.
All right, so Tisby now on Wong. Yan Su guarding Shepard now. They go to Wong. Wong looking for a teammate. Puts the ball on the floor, getting it to Shepard. Shepard at the right wing, 3 seconds to shoot. Here is Chin, too strong on the free.
They wanted the shot earlier, but the defense is starting to get a little bit more aggressive for the Wolf Warriors. All is not lost yet for the home team, Martin.
That was a good stop, big stop for the home team. Under 3 minutes remaining, a lot of time to work with. Tisby bringing the ball down. Early screen by Tai Chen. Here's Leung firing and scoring.
Talk about nerves of steel for this young kid.
Chen and Leung cutting the lead down to a point.
Still a lot of time here for both squads.
Action picking up. Eversley.
That's deflected.
Tai Chen with the rebound. Tisby on the move. Eric pushing. Bounce pass. Leung again. Oh, no good. That would have been big. Here is Shepard on the attack. Flips it up and in.
You know what? Their transition. Oh, here. Speaking of zero transition defense.
And Mike Bell breaking away. And he will draw the foul against the Dragons.
I think Matt Skillman's still going back to the last play, and he's gonna get teed up. He was trying to get that. He was trying to lobby that. Jennings Leung got fouled on that three-point attempt. So Matt Skillman not happy, and this is not a good time to pick up a technical foul when you're trying to make a rally.
So Shepard will take the technical free throw for Westports. Winston Shepard on his debut here for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. 19 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 out of 6 the free throw line. Oh, it's Eversley taking the free throw, and he connects. He's got the hot hand. He has now reached 30 points for Westports. Imagine 30 out of the 67 points coming from one guy, and that's Chris Eversley.
Well, he's the guy who knows how to win on this squad, obviously, right now, trying to make everybody, you know, just get infected with his energy. But this is quite a debut as well for Winston Shepard, as you mentioned his numbers earlier.
Mike Bell too strong on the free throw. How many free throws have they missed? Again, you were mentioning these free throws, Noel. They're now 15 out of 28 from the free throw line.
That's just a little over 50%.
Right. 64-67, one possession game still. And a chance to extend for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Again, looking for the first victory here. They're getting defeated in their opening game. Out of control there is Shepard. Mike Bell gets it to Yan. Yan Su, back to Tisby. Eric to Mike Bell.
Gotta make this.
Doesn't connect, and Shepard puts it on the floor. Winston. Wisely goes back. Time is on their side.
They still got to score, though.
A minute and a half remaining in the fourth. Shepard, he's got Leung on him.
They're switching everything right now.
Wong fakes, Wong attacks, Wong with the left hand, no! Oh, but Tan gets it back. And a fresh 14 for the Dragons. Wong, back to Chin, the double pump, that wasn't a good shot, but he went in!
Now look at the smile on this kid. That must have been the biggest shot of his career.
Wow. 5-point lead. Tisby, Yan, no good. And that will go out. Westports will have possession.
This crowd is starting to be a little nervous about what's going on here with less than a minute remaining, Martin.
And we have a timeout here, and it's a 5-point lead for the visiting Westports Malaysia Dragons.
This guy, here. We gotta go. We gotta score. Then we gotta foul right away. Fellas, you can still win this year to play.
Back to the action, ABL 9, Martin Javier with Noel Zarte here in Domen Gymnasium. And under a minute left, Noel. 5-point lead here by the Westports Malaysia Dragons, 69-64, and they will have the possession.
Yeah, that's the big thing, that they got the possession. It was a hurried shot earlier by Yan, trying to get 3 points after that miraculous shot by the Dragons from Chin. So what the Dragons need to do, they still need to score, make this a 3-possession game.
This is coming off the timeout. Wong still trying to get it in. Ooh.
What did they design after at the timeout? I'm sure their coach had something in mind, Jamie Perlman, but they didn't execute it. There was no screen to try and free a receiver.
That's good denial as well from Bell. Tisby flipping it up. Wow. Eric Tisby quickly getting the foul And free throws coming for Tisby.
And think about this, all of this action happening within 4 seconds of the last timeout. I mean, 4 seconds ago, Malaysia had the ball, and 4 seconds later, Tisby is shooting free throws. This is exactly what you want if you're the Wolf Warriors. Getting points on the board without the clock moving. However, their free throw shooting has been horrendous in this game.
Tisby connects on the first free throw. Tisby was 1 out of 3 before that free throw.
Well, Egu's going to come in if Tisby makes the second.
Tisby, 2 for 2.
Here comes
Trip.
Yeah, more ceiling now. Egu with 4 fouls. This is the time for him to become a factor.
And the ball pressure now applied by the Wolf Warriors.
Yeah, they're not going to use their last timeout right now. Hold on, there's a foul called.
That's going to be against Yan Su.
Oh, that's just a warning.
Because both guys were locking up right before the inbound. So 66-69.
Top Warriors.
Westports in control here.
Oh, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. On who?
Wow. Let's see the replay here, Noel.
Yeah, this was, oh, that's Yan. I don't, is he going to be called for this?
Wow.
Oh, that's big.
That's exactly what they did not need. Unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah,
and now Shepard will go to the free throw line. 2 shots plus the possession here for Westports.
Okay. This is his first game in the ABL, by the way. No matter how veteran he is, that's real pressure now being placed by this crowd.
Look at the crowd roar here in Zhuhai, China, as Shepard calmly connects on the second. Yan Su just losing his poise a little bit in the previous play.
This is good. This is now a 2-possession lead. They need to add to this one.
So Shepard now double teamed at the baseline. And last touch on Yan Su.
Now they're going to call a foul on
Wow.
Yan. That's going to be his 4th.
And the Wolf Warriors are in the penalty.
Yeah.
So a couple of fouls coming from Yan. That could cost them the game, Noel.
Well, there's still a lot of time, 51.3, but Shepard's now gotten used to shooting free throws in a hostile environment. Regardless, this is just going to be a 2-possession game. I don't know if Matt Skillman's going to use a timeout right now. They're going to need a quick basket, whether it's a 2 or a 3.
Shepard.
They missed on the second.
71-66. Jenning Myung back outside. Yan Su for 3. That's
it! What a way to redeem yourself after the unsportsmanlike foul.
69-71.
And that's going to be a timeout for the Dragons.
42.3 seconds remaining. The Dragons.
I take it back. I said he was having a bad game. That was a great shot by Yan.
42.3 seconds remaining in the game. 2-point lead for the Westports Malaysia Dragons, and Yansu again with a big free-pointer to cut the lead down to 2 points and to redeem himself from the 2 big fouls he committed in the previous possession of Westports.
Now this is where the crowd needs to get involved in this defensive stop. There is still a lot of time. That's just a 2-point lead. They need to make sure they get the ball back. You know, any basket here is going to put too much pressure on the Wolf Warriors.
14 seconds on the clock of Westports.
Yeah, that's the new rule now in FIBA. After a made basket, if you elect to bring the ball to your front court, you don't have 24 anymore.
Yeah.
You have 14 seconds to get your shot off.
So here is Shepard. Double team. Shepard blowing by the double team. Wong for 3. That's too strong.
Oh.
Rebound goes to Wong as well.
Still time.
Big offensive rebound from Wong. Shepard off the spin. It's good from the left hand.
Who was supposed to get that rebound after the miss? I mean, they played great defense there, but they forgot to get the ball.
4-point lead, 2-possession game, 24.1 seconds remaining. Timeout, Wolf Warriors. Back to the action here, 73-69. And both teams in the penalty. 24 seconds on the clock, 14 seconds to shoot for the Wolf Warriors.
Now they got to get one off really quick now.
And get the quick foul right after. Tisby penetrates, flips it up and in, plus the foul.
This guy Eric Tisby won't go away. Talk about trying to fight back from adversity. Eric Tisby he just split the defense right there, heard the whistle and hurled it up. And everybody from the Westports Malaysia Dragons just hung their heads after that.
And he will have an opportunity to cut the lead down to a point. Tisby connects. They will go for the steal.
No timeouts remaining for both teams, and they will bring in a sub. They will bring in Nana Egwu, but no more timeouts remaining for both teams.
So 73-72. 19.1 ticks left in the game. Eversley gets it to Egwu. They need to foul. They need to foul here.
They do. And Kai Chen's wondering why did you call the foul immediately. So Egwu's going to be tested from the free throw line.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight, Noel.
Oh, what a time to come. Especially the crowd is starting to get a little bit more animated, trying to bother the shooters. Rightfully so, it's 16.7 remaining. They're still down by 1.
Nana Egwu has only played 14 minutes in this game, Noel. Pressure-filled free throws.
I can't hear you, Martin.
'On the first.
16.7 with Eric Tisby on the loose. Interesting how this game's going to end.
Egwu drops that one in, 2-point game.
There's going to be a sub once again. This is one way to stop the action and get your defense set by sending in subs. And there's going to be pressure in the backcourt now by the Dragons.
So 16.7 seconds remaining. You got a 2-point game. They will go to Eric Tisby, who's been hitting the biggest baskets in this game. Mike Bell off the spin, getting the foul on Eversley.
Now this works both ways. Mike Bell hasn't really shot the free throws well today, but Malaysia's gonna get the ball back.
You were mentioning, Noel, Mike Bell, 5 out of 9 from the free throw line. And here's the spin, the contact, and the foul whistled.
There was a drop pass to Chai Chen there earlier, but Mike Bell. Oh! Now I don't know if he can make this one. He's gonna have to miss this one on purpose now.
So Mike Bell, another free throw coming. Bell drops in the second. They could foul if they do not get the steal.
And who's gonna come back in?
So 8.6.
Oh, steal!
Tisby! Oh, no foul called! Malaysia gets the possession back. 2.1 seconds remaining. And the Malaysia Dragons, wow.
We have to process what we just witnessed here. Martin, that was a steal, but then a wild shot followed. And Malaysia got the ball back. I think what Jennings Leung is trying to say is he was trying to foul to stop the clock.
And the Westports Malaysia Dragons will escape this one on the road, getting the victory over the Wolf Warriors 72-73.
74-73.
Crazy action.
Yeah, you know what? After losing your opening game by 54 points, you had to be due for a bounce back, and what a time to get it on the road. They were down by 12 in the fourth quarter. The Westports Malaysia Dragons were, but then they trusted each other. Chris Eversley hit some very, very big shots down the stretch. And welcome to the ASEAN Basketball League to Winston Shepard. He carried the torch as well for this squad. Total team effort. As we see here in the numbers, you know, the free throws. This is what they'll go back to. The Wolf Warriors missed 14 free throws. At any point in this game, they could have put that one away, but 20 of 34 is unforgivable, especially on your home floor.
And how about the big fourth quarter of the Westports Malaysia Dragons? Noel, 36 points in the fourth quarter, and allowing them to get this 1-point victory, 74-73. This is their first victory of the season. They go up to 1-1. Wolf Warriors, on the other hand, will crash down to 0-6.
And you know, Chris Eversley just took control there, 30 points to end the game, 27 coming from Winston Shepard. It only mattered that those two guys got involved. You got a little bit of a balanced scoring here coming from the Wolf Warriors, but it's going to be back to the drawing board as well. A lot of things didn't work out, but at the end of the day, if you don't make your free throws in a very closely contested game, chances are you'd be at the losing end of the scoreboard.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Noel. Thank you so much. It's been a week of basketball action here in Hong Kong and China, and it's going to be capped off with this victory by the Westports Malaysia Dragons, 74-73. And on behalf of our broadcast team, again, my partner Noel Zarate, this is Martin Javier saying thank you, and see you guys next time for more action here in the ASEAN Basketball League, season number 9.